Hey YouTube, HK45 Shooter here. I want to do a quick video on repairs on my knife that I'm going to do here. This is the knife I use at work. You can see I broke the tip on it. I've broken it probably about 3 times now. I use my knives really hard at work for what they're not supposed to be used for. Screwdrivers, pry bars, anything you can think of. But you see I got this tip broke again. So I'm going to show you what I do to fix mine. First thing I do is I grab a Sharpie and I look at the blade. First of all, before I even do that, you look at the blade and see where you want to cut it. Close the blade. Make sure that blade isn't going to stick up on you like that and get caught on your finger and stuff. I had that happen the first time that I broke it. And all I had to do is grind the spine down with like a little teardrop there, so it wouldn't catch on nothing and cut anything. So I'm not gonna have a problem with that. So what I want to do, if I can make sure you can see this on the camera, take a Sharpie and kind of draw where I want the blade angle, or where to grind off, and how I want the shape of the blade to stay. So something about like that. Let's see if you can get it. If you can see that there, it's not taking a lot off, mainly just smoothing it out. So I'm going to take this off with the Dremel. I usually use a bench grinder, but I figured most people have a Dremel rather than a bench grinder that they'll be able to use. So I'm going to use a Dremel to grind this down. So let me grab the Dremel and I will be back. Alright guys, got the Dremel going. I'm going to go ahead and grind this down. What I'm doing is just grinding away the metal that I had blackened. A little bit at a time. Now it's not going to get too hot with using a Dremel tool, but the thing you want to be careful with if you're using a bench grinder is getting this blade too hot. You don't want to get it hot. You're going to do is you're going to change the temperature of the steel, and if you get it too hot, a lot of people take it and they'll dunk it in the water when it gets too hot, and all that's going to do is it's going to make this blade brittle and it's going to break real easy. It actually crystallizes the metal. So any little bit that you're going to do with it is just going to break, whatever that load point is. So just take a little bit at a time. And if you do use a bench grinder and you do get it overheated, just let it sit and cool down by itself. Don't try to dunk it in water or anything like that. That'd be the worst thing you can do. Just let it cool down by itself, and then it won't get brittle on you. Okay. That's looking pretty good there. Okay, I'm just going to hit a little bit of an angle here, kind of where you're going to put the edge back onto the blade. A little bit on both sides. That's just going to save a little bit of time when you're hitting it with the stone. So that looks pretty good there, guys. So I'm going to stop it there and then hit it with the sharpener. Okay guys, I went ahead and touched up the blade just a little bit more. It didn't have quite the shape that I wanted, so I went and did a little bit more touching up on that. So now we're gonna take the sharpener, I'm gonna put the edge back on the blade, on both sides there. I'm gonna use the Lansky sharpening system. You got all your different stones. You got the extra coarse, medium, the fine, and then the ultra fine. So let me go and get this set up and I'll be right back. Okay, got the knife set up in the Lansky sharpener system here. We're going to be putting a 25-degree angle on this blade. You can see it got your different angles that you can put on: 17, 20, 25, and 30. I've been using this sharpener for quite a while, and I really like the sharpener. It's easy to use. You got your stone. Then your stone, you got this rod that attaches to your stone. It's a little wing nut that holds that on tight. All you gotta do is make sure that your stone and your rod form a straight line, because that's going to give you your angle. That's what's going to slide in and out of these, your angles right here, and putting your angle on your blade. So also got a stand. Put it on a stand to make it a little easier. It's going to put a little bit of honing oil on this stone. Set up in the 25 degree. And we're just going to start the tip. Now I'm using the extra coarse right now, because I got to take quite a bit of material off still to get this angle and your edge back where it should be. What I usually do is I usually try to count how many times to do it on one side, then I'll flip it over, then I'll start on the other side with the same amount of strokes. So I'm going to go and keep on doing that. I'm sure you guys don't want to watch that, and I will be right back. Okay guys, I'm done with the extra coarse stone. I'm not sure if you can see the edge going back on or not. This camera ain't all that great. But now I'm going to go to the next one, which is just the plain coarse. I'm going to go through all the stones until we get to the ultra fine and put a real nice edge on it. That's one thing too, is when you're sharpening, always start from down here and go up on the blade. Never drag it down your blade. Just go up, lift it, come back down, lift it. Just keep on doing that. You don't have to push real hard. The stones do all the work for you. So pretty simple. Okay, I'm going to go and go through all these stones, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like all finished up. Alright guys, all set. Went through all the stone from the extra coarse to the ultra fine. See if you can get it. You can actually see the blade angle there. So it's nice and sharp. It will take the hair off, not a problem. And it will cut through paper, not a problem. So remember guys, you break the tip of your knife, don't throw it away. You know, a lot of guys that I talk to, especially at work, they get little knives that are little heavy duty knives, you know, and they use them, abuse them, they break the tips off and they throw them away. Don't throw them away guys. A little grinding, a little sharpening, and you're as good as new. Ready to be used and abused again. So thanks for watching guys. Leave a comment if you like. You guys take care. Alright guys, I'm going to grind it. So I'm going to turn the drum on so it's going to be loud for you, so I'm sorry for the noise. Nothing's going to work.